Alrighty. I believe we're live. Welcome. Welcome. Kai, how we doing? Denise, welcome. Dum, welcome. Alexander, great to have you. How you doing, Travis? All right. So, today, let me know all audio levels and all that. How's the microphone today? Is that like clear? Is it like I'm not all up in your ear holes, but like it's enough to get the job done? Julia, welcome. Mute, welcome. Commotion, Karim, Sal's, great to see you too. Spoopy, John Court, welcome. Rupp, great to have you. Sounds good, beautiful. All right, so today, what's going on, artistic? Going to do some figure stuff, and I want to end with two characters that are dancing together in like swing dancing. So you've got the reference in the description at the moment. So let me just crack that open. Stream figure reference. So I want to do some sort of warm-ups like we've done before, 5-10 minute timed things. And these are all going to be timed so you can follow along. It's a team sport. All right, so we're going to be doing a few of these maybe for some warm-ups. But I did have some of these like swing dancing ones, which is going to be cool. All right, so I kind of want to end up doing one of these, which I think is going to be fun. Because I went to a wedding the other day and they had swing dancing and I love dancing. So there's a connection there. The music is in my soul. Mighty Miner. I'm sorry to hear it. All right. So I'll wait for a little bit longer. So this is, I'll have something up on the screen instead of just this blank screen. So this is last week. I do want to finish this guy up. I actually want to render him up and have some fun with it at some stage. But I'll wait another couple of minutes and then I reckon we might just get stuck straight into it. The big issue is I don't know where my timer is gone. Shit. All right. Scripts. Oh. Why? I've not changed anything. Or am I? Nah. Oh no! Stop! Idiot! What's wrong with me? Never mind. Stress over. Rupp, can you teach us how to get likeness on while doing the warm-up? Yeah, look, we can play around with that maybe. I mean, I might not be able to get likeness because it's one of those things that, at least for me, takes quite a long time. Quite a long time. Sometimes I hit it and that's like a great day, but other times, not so much. Keanu. Hey Ben, it's been a while since I caught your stream, ever since you changed your streaming schedule. My apologies, Keanu. It's 3 a.m. What are you doing up? You crazy kid. Fernando, you have a question. How can I structure myself for success for studying art as a self-taught? I feel so overwhelmed by the amount of resources. I go blank. Yep, that's a good one. I'll answer that and then we'll get cracking straight into this for those that are waiting. But everyone that's just rolled in, get your pens, pencils, Photoshop, Critter, Clip Studio, whatever you're using, Procreate, and we're going to be doing some team. I don't know what you call it. We're just going to draw together. There we go. So I would really like pin down what really gets you going, right? What gets you excited? Whether it's like characters or environments or whatever, then I would start to just grab a bunch of reference of other artists that you really enjoy. You might not even be able to understand why you like them just yet, but that's the next step. Try and figure out why, like reverse engineer what makes this look cool, right? And it might be the colors, it might be the line work. And then at least there you've got like a direction. It's like, okay, cool, it's characters and I like these like bright, vibrant colors, or I like the shapes that they use. Then it's like, okay, cool. You're starting to get like a direction. So it's like, all right, let's focus on shapes for today, right? Just for like a study session. Okay, so then I'll get all these artists that I really enjoy their shapes. Then I'm going to try and research them. So whether it's copying them one-to-one, which is good, but then very quickly after that, I would recommend trying to understand the like why those shapes look good on your own character. This is just an example. This is me just talking. Like, I don't know if that's what your goals are, but that's how I would do it. And then I'll just rinse and repeat that. So very high level. My apologies, but we've got to get going. So, new canvas. Let's sort this zoom out. I'm going to add scrubby zoom, but I'm going to have some self-control and not use it. All right, so I'm just using the long skinny you can get on my Gumroad. It's free. Just go and grab that if you want. It really doesn't matter. Standard round brush is going to be just as good. And I'm going to use Old Mate here. All right. So when we want to do some likeness, I'm really just looking at shapes, right? So I'm going to start the timer. Let's just go a nice, steady 10-minute. I don't feel like being like stressing out at the start of the stream. No, I'm really stressing out, but I just want to have a more cruisy experience. So I hope that's all right with everyone. Let's open up the timer. Let's go 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes. All right. As always, so after every iteration, I'll go back through chat and we'll have a talk for a couple of minutes and then we'll just keep rinsing and repeating that. But before we go, you guys know what you have to do. We need minimum, I'm going to bump this up each week. So we need minimum 6 emojis just to let me know that everyone's ready to go. And we'll start this round, okay? Whatever emoji you want, it's completely up to you. And you can choose whatever reference you want as well. This is just what I'm doing. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Dum. Thank you, Chady. You cheeky buggy, you're trying to get them all in one. Julia. Jilang. Dazzling. All right. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nightwolf. Appreciate you. Matt. I love it. I love the audience participation. Okay. So I'm looking here. I'm seeing there's like a juxtaposition. How's that word? Between soft and hard shapes, right? So you've got the sort of roundness of his head here, but then you've got like the nose. And I might be really rusty this morning. We'll see how this is going to turn out. All right, and then we've got the head direction, the head tilt, the eyebrows. Kind of started him a little bit too large. Doesn't matter. He needs a bit more of the back of his head. Right, so now we've got this start. We've got a starting point. Is the timer going? 8 minutes. Shit, we've already lost some time. Or we've gained some drawing. Whatever way you want to look at it. Alright, so now we've got the hand. And we've got the apron. I'm just looking for the big shapes here. Then we got the pot. So here these are just cylinders, right? This is super simple. I'm not getting fancy with any of this. Cylinders cut in half, tapered down. He's going to be looking down at this, right? Down in this direction. So I'm going to use my little trick. It's not really a trick, it's just how I like to put the eye direction down, looking for that minor axis, right? That doesn't make sense. Shout out in the chat and I will do a quick little demo of what I mean. What do we got? 7 minutes. Plenty of bloody time. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Now this is looking a bit wonky. And it needs more forehead. It needs a little bit of refinement with the nose. I'm making it pointy. You don't have to. You can make it a round nose if you want. It's drawing. Relax. Don't stress. All right, let's think about this beard part. I shouldn't be zoomed in right now. I shouldn't be zoomed in, but I am. Really, we've only got enough time kind of for the impression of this character, right? So I want the collar back here. Oftentimes just like don't think enough about the collar. It's kind of an afterthought, but if you get that right, it's just another little brick in the castle that is the drawing that makes it look a little bit more believable. And how the neck kind of tucks into the shirt. And he's got his sleeves rolled up because it's a messy job. I've done pottery before and it's bloody fun. Alright, I'm gonna tackle, what am I doing? So if we want to be a little bit more accurate, I'm thinking of this kind of arm angle here. So it's kind of like straight, then kind of ticks down. Like that, and there's like a little bit of a crease at the wrist. Now I might just put an impression of the fingers or whatever. It doesn't need to be exact. What do we got? 3 minutes. Plenty of time. Now I've kind of nuked the bloody bowl out of there, so let's just add the bowl back in. I'm making it a bit wonky because I feel like it. Making it a little bit larger. The sort of base that he's on. And you got this little pot kind of, the wonky one that didn't quite work on the table. Let's something like that, I don't know. 2 minutes. This is very relaxing. Just the subject matter, the music, the vibe. So we'll have his knee popping out here. Now, there's always room to push and pull. I didn't really push the proportions with this one too much of like the body, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. His hands are way too small. Way too small for this more stylized kind of stuff I'm wanting. So there we go. I like big hands and big ears. I don't know why. All right, 37 seconds to clean up this pot. So I might make it a little bit more dynamic. It's like cutting through here. And look, I think that's as far as we're going to get with this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pence, alls down. I don't know why I stopped. I wasn't sure if I was saying pens or pencils. All right, so throw a chat response time because I tend to. Let's go. That's 2 minutes 30 to respond to chat. All right. So where were we? Chatty on fire. That's awesome. 3 guys doing stuff. Welcome, Dylan. Great to have you. Any upcoming sculpting lessons? I was thinking about that. Are you talking about like in person? Like not in person, like physical, like actual sculpting, or like digital sculpting? Because we can do both. Why not have both? Do you ever like refuse to study anatomy, then do a tiny bit of studying, find it helps with your drawing, but then you don't study again for like 3 months because of procrastination? Yep, I've done that. It's just like, oh, that's looking good. I don't want to fuck around with it. So let's not learn anymore. Let's just keep mining this good drawing. What do I search in Pinterest for inspiration? Whatever I'm looking for, and then I just let the algorithm do its thing. It's just, and then I just go and it gives me more, and then I'm like, yes, no, yes, no. I'm kind of like training the algorithm, if that makes sense. What's my thoughts on texture in art? It's beautiful. Highly recommend. Holy emojis. Oh, Keanu, I appreciate it. JD, both is good? Cool. Well, I'm down with that. You could draw an old man sculpting people doing a swing dance. Poor, how meta is that? And then behind him is a sculpture of me drawing that guy. Imagine, that'll be a long canvas. Unless the perspective's like foreshortened. You never know. Davis, hello, Brazil in the house. Ah, awesome, my friend. No, I appreciate it. Any tips on capturing likeness, Ben? Because I always struggle to capture. For me, it's breaking things down into the simplest shapes possible. People are going to get sick of me saying this, and I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm going to repeat myself. It's breaking the reference or the person down into their simplest shapes, and not just from one photo either. Get like a bunch of different photos, like profile, 3/4, even like behind, just to like understand the simple shapes. Then understanding the simple shapes in 3 dimensions, you can then, in theory, reconfigure them in whatever pose that you want because you understand their shapes. If that makes sense. Dumb, big shapes, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next reference. I want to like write a script or even like a website or like just something that everyone can go to and you can like vote on the reference. I think that'll be cool. So everyone votes on the reference and then that's the one that we do. That'll be sick. But it's like all linked to this. I've got to play around with the Pinterest API maybe. Let me just write that as a note because that'll be fun. And I'm going to next week try, as well as on YouTube, I'm always going to be on YouTube, streaming on Twitch as well. I'm just trying things out. Pinterest. API. Sick. All right. Next reference. Let's do Chicken Man here. I thought that was funny. So let's warm up another 10 minutes with Chicken Man. Mobin, welcome. All right. You know the drill. Let's go 7 emojis. Let's keep pushing it. 7 in chat. 10 minutes on the clock. Travis Dunn, Nightwolf, Legends. We got 3. It's just stuck at 3. And we do no more. It's like, all right, thanks, guys. You have a great one. Julia, Legend, 4, 3 more. Galang, Indonesia, welcome. We need 3 more people. Oh. Raphael coming in clutch, Legend. Spoopy. 1 more. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? Oh, also, remember this? Yeah. Random Ferret, Legend. All right, let's go. MSTZ, thank you again. A little late. Let's push this guy. Let's like... Let's not necessarily go for likeness. See, just that gives me like a beautiful little scaffolding. Now we've got to keep in mind we got to have room for the chicken. Room for the chicken. That's a good band name. Room for the chicken. All right. I don't think I've ever drawn a chicken before. So here you go, exclusive. The first ever chicken. Demi, great to have you. Little dude. Why does that get me every time? Oh, welcome, little doodle devil. Every time. All right, so we've got to put his eyes in somewhere. He's got his glasses. Maybe he's just like, yeah, that's right. What are you going to do about it? I got a bloody chicken on my head. Do you think he posed for that, or is it? It's just what it is. It's just life. So let's... block out the hands. No. No. I'm going to redo 4 minutes. One, two, 3. Counting fingers, fucking hell. Just making sure. Because I've done that before. Alright, we got to get better with this chicken, hey? So there's a little bit more of a... Oh, this is a rooster? Chicken? Rooster? One of them? I might be saying the wrong thing. My apologies. Let's get this collar in. Can't really see what's going on, so we're just going to have to guesstimate. Got a minute. Okay. I feel like this should be a little bit further out. Because that would be a good opportunity here if we were going to paint him for like a shadow across his face. Oh, stop. My apologies. So how did we go? How did we go? That was fun. I like that one. Let's scooch him down. I really want to get some time because this last couple of weeks have just been nutty. To even just go through and just paint up some of these guys. Like I've got a bunch of scaffoldings or like drawings from previous streams. Demi, fun fact. All right, give us a fun fact. The question of which came first, the chimkin or the egg, is easily answered by what evolved first. Eggs or chick. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm reading right there. We should do a stream where we draw chickens or birds. Dazzling. That sounds like a fun idea. But then you watch the views. Just. But I'd have fun. So it might be worth it. MSTZ. You're brand spanking new to drawing. Welcome. Watching my process of breaking down the basic shapes is super helpful. Fantastic. Yeah, but Demi, where'd that egg come from? Did it come from the dinosaur, the chicken dinosaur? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate it. And yes, my chicken does have an eyebrow. Or it has multiple eyebrows. I got mental inspiration from the one in Moana. Thunguns, welcome. Josh, gesture drawing tips. Off the top of my head, keep it simple, baby. It's the most useless bit of information just to say off the top of my head. But that's what I'm thinking about. The simplest shapes. Because then you can always go more detailed, you know. All right, let's do a little bit more of a trickier one. Then we'll go into the two dancing. And then we'll progress that to color. I reckon. Any more time sketches? You betcha, Thunguns. We're going to do one more. Excuse me. I reckon this one will be fun. We got some props. All right, I'm thinking more and more about story as well, not just like drawing people in poses. I've also been grabbing YouTube videos, or like watching YouTube videos and pausing them, grabbing the still and then sketching that, which has been super helpful to get a more realistic pose. All right, let's be crazy. 10 emojis in chat. All right, 10 emojis, then we'll go to the next one. This could backfire greatly, but I'm a gambling man. All right, Thunguns legend. We've got 1, 2, 3. This is 2023 version of Photoshop 4. All right. Hang on. That's not an emoji. 5. All right, we need 5 more. I did that thing, but with... I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need... Very good, Raphael. Very good. Need one more, then we're good to go. Sal's coming clutch. Spoopy as well. Appreciate you guys. All right. Reset it. Let's go 15 minutes with this one, I reckon. Which is 900? Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. We got some jazz going as well. I don't hate it. Santosh, check out my Gumroad. It's free. This brush that I'm using here. Okay. Now I'm just going to wait a minute and just look at the reference. and see how I'm going to sort of tackle it. So maybe I want to keep her within these kind of confines. That might work. So hand there, hand there. All right, looks jank at the moment. Looks freaking weird. But you wait. And I want the foot to land about there. And the other foot to be back here. That's something that's actually really helped me, is drawing the extremities, like the hands and the feet, in the position that I want them, then connecting the dots later. The dots being the limbs. And that chair is going to be back in perspective. See, the ears are a fantastic way to show the head direction, because we're kind of looking down on the head because it's like tilted a smidge. Alright, that's fine for now. I've got 11 minutes. Oh my god, I've got a bloody lifetime. Now I think because I've kind of messed with the proportions, that hand's going to be up a little bit. She's on like a tiny little table as well. It's looking a little bit squished, but so everything's in perspective because we made that plane of the desk. We've got the lamp here. Let me assess, reassess. Everything needs to be lengthened. So I'm just going to go, all right, that's better. Just grab the essentials. What do we want? And even these chair legs. Boxes. In space, in 3 dimensions. They go back, the perspective, the horizon line's probably somewhere around there. And she's looking really like bunched up, so I might have to do that again and lengthen everything down just one more time. All right, we got to sort out the feet. This might be a little bit more scribbly. In fact, it is going to be more scribbly. We're sort of capturing the essence there, right? Creating a little scene. Now these lips. This is a very, very tricky one. If I'm honest, this is rather tricky, which is good. Getting out of the comfort zone. We got 5 minutes, all right. All right, 3 minutes on the home stretch. Let's see if we can tie this together somehow. This desk is looking a little bit messy. So let's use one of these whisper lines just along the front corner. You notice I'm not like capturing the perspective 100% like the reference. For better or worse. It could be a big mistake, but such a bad habit doing the whole zoom in, zoom out thing. Minute 23. These chair legs are way out of whack. "24 seconds. So I guess this is more like gestural. I guess. Maybe it's just me making excuses for a messy drawing. But I'm going to call that gestural and stop. All right. How do you think you went? It was a tricky one. It was a really, really tricky one. Let's throw the timer back on. Just catching up with chat. All right. How do we go? Valkyrie, welcome. Omar, 2 a.m. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's not worth it. Am I actually mirroring your computer screen on your pen display? I've got a pen display down here, but I'm not using it like a pen display. I'm using it like a tablet, so I can just look at the screen. Zane, thank you. Soulful, you have to practice drawing line exercise to become better at line work from what I heard. The brush won't fix what you're unable to do well at the moment. Agreed. Yep, Soulful, it's on my Gumroad. Just this sketchy brush. It's really nothing crazy. Denver, welcome. Am I ever going to post those anatomy studies, etc. you did before getting into stylized illustrations? I'd have to find them first. This is just a chat timer, like in between sessions. I use a tablet, but it sucks because I'm super used to traditional art and not used to looking at the screen. Yeah, it's just something to get used to. You'll get used to it though. Nightwolf, you felt better with this one, but still struggling getting over the overall shape in. Yeah, that's the tricky part, is getting it all feeling cohesive. But also, give yourself a break. It's 15 minutes. It's all good. Oh, you've been looking at my eye coordination. Oh, man. Cool. All right. So let's, while we're having our cool down, or our, whatever this is, let's choose one of these ones. I mean, this one has a lot of movement, but I can't, it's not super clear. I'd have to move them a little bit. So I think what I'll do is I'll do it in stages. I'll do it in like, okay, this initial like 10-minute gesture stage, then I'll do another 10-minute cleanup stage, then I'll do another 10-minute cleanup stage, depending on how I go. Then we'll start adding some color and all that stuff. So either they're not, I like these, but see if we can push it a little bit more, like have her leaning back a little bit, him really like, see if I can get something like that going. I reckon that'll be fun. And this is a beautiful thing about Pinterest, right? It just gives you more. Like this is like someone's done a beautiful one here. So yeah, we're going, oh shit, 2 people in the one. Vitor, welcome. Okay, I use pen display to draw, but pen tablet to sculpt. Use pen display to draw, pen tablet to sculpt. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, why am I still... Sorry, guys. But he just got less real estate just looking at me. Oh, Mixter. You absolute legend. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's move her up here. So we've got some room. So this is our area. Okay. We made 10. Can we make 12 emojis in chat before we get started? Let's give that a whirl. No, I don't. We might be able to. We might not. Nightwolf, legend. We got 1. Dumb, 2. Thung guns, 3. Stuff, 4. Very topical. I like it. Zane, 5. Oh no, 5. Julia, 6. Spoopy, 7. Soulful, 8. Travis, 9. Dennis, 10. We need 2 more. Can we get a 2 more? Going once. Going twice. Third and final time. Yan, soulful. You can't double dip. We need a new one. Yan. Valkyrie. Legend. We got 12. Look at that. Let's get cracking. So, let's go 10 minutes on the clock just to get the gesture down. 10 minutes. Let's get going. All right, so I want to have him. I also really want to do some animation soon. Also, I've got something to show you afterwards as well that I'm super pumped about. So see, we got him. Him here, head back. All right. Looks like a chicken at the moment, but I mean, can you blame me? I just drew a chicken. Valkyrie. The emojis are just so I know that people are ready to go. So I don't just get started leaving people behind. So I also want to have a little bit of difference in the ground plane here. So have her a little bit forward. The leg. Back. So there's going to be balance there on this leg. So I'm going to go like more, what's the word? Animatory kind of style of drawing here. I've been looking at a little bit of Aaron Blazer's work, and he really like finds the lines as he goes. So just pushing it a little bit. So those ears do so much just for the direction, right? Just for the direction of the characters. Now he's kind of twisted all up in like that. Bada bing, bada boom. So maybe her head can be tilted back a little bit, but she's still looking at him. Alright, it's going to look jank at the moment, but bear with me. That foot's going back in space. I want to make this stylized, so I'm just going to bump the head shape. Or the head size, I should say, up just a smidge. And because she's closer in this one, her arm's going to be bent, but I want her to be sort of falling back a little bit more, like a little bit more. I'll give myself a challenge here. So I'm just thinking like simple triangles for the feet to begin with. Simple triangles. So we've got like the composition. I mean, it's pretty close. Let's get these weird eyes out of the way. that kind of vibe. So they're both smiling, they're both having a good time. But this whole thing is all weird. So she's missing a bit of her torso. So we might have to think a little bit in maybe even doing this kind of thing. Moving it back a bit, that feels better, because what I was doing there, I think, was going too close to the reference and try, like, I've changed one thing, but then I was using some of the reference for the perspective. It just wasn't looking, my brain short-circuiting. Valkyrie, I'll do some sculpting pretty soon. And I think maybe because he's like bending it back a little bit, she can drop down. Alright, so that's going to have her knee bent. This is really stretching my thinking, which is awesome. And that leg, let's find the center line. So that knee's going to be bent more. This is going to be foreshortened back in space. I want that to be further in front here. So then her leg kicks out. And just a triangle for her leg. Now I might even want her to be back even more. So we'll pivot this back even more. So it's really stretching. There's a little bit more in motion maybe. But her head is still looking at him. See, it's looking very like mannequin-esque at the moment. It's losing a little bit of that flow. Or maybe her head's like, because he's sort of flinging her back, she's like, haha. Like, oh, it's so fun. So let's flip it. How is that? Her leg might have to... Oh, but he's holding her, so maybe it's okay that she's off balance here. Her foot's there. And maybe she's like, oh, so much fun. Then he's like, yeah. I know how to dance. One minute left. It's feeling a little bit flirty almost. Like just the eyes. No, she looks bored there. This is where you can have like a bit of a story, right? Maybe he's asked her to dance. And she's like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Stop. Put him down. All right, there's work that needs to be done. Lots of work. How did we go? She looks way too mannequin-esque here. Yeah, 2 people in 10 minutes. No, it's a tricky one, but it's what it's all about, right? If we're just going to stay inside our little whatever comfort zone, we're never going to get anywhere. So I'm trying to think, if I'm like leaning back, it's going to be more of a... No, I can't. No, I'm not in the session yet. I might just take a 5-minute break. I needed another bloody 10 minutes. Back in 5. Okay, here we go. Renato. My attempt, I hope this is not inappropriate, but Olá, aqui é do Brasil. No idea what I said. Understood Brazil and Olá. Hello, something Brazil. I'm from Brazil, maybe. I focus on the movement of their torso before adding their heads. Yeah, that's another good technique. All right. I'll be back momentarily. Let's add some more interesting things to the page for those that are just gonna pop in. Keep that retention, baby. Back in 5. All right. Okay. I'll be back in a sec. In 5 minutes to be precise. Hola. Thank you, Valkyrie. Golden Lotus, welcome. I don't think it will be warm up that we'll continue. I'm just gonna keep going down this route. Now there's many an issue. All right. Let's go another 10 minutes on the clock. Cool, cool. All right. Yeah, me too. I want to get... I want to make this look better. You and me both done. All right. Let's go for another 12 emojis. All right. 12. Can we make that? I mean, we did it before, so yes. Yes, we can. Catch you later, Zane. Chady, we've got 1. We've got 2 Nightwolf. We've got 3 Travis. Thun Guns, do the trumpeter. Yeah, cool. That's good. All right, we need 12. Osgie, legend. Thun Guns, appreciate ya. All right, we got 5. Mixter, 6. Stuff. 7. Valkyrie, 8. Need 4 more. 4 more of you out there. You're thinking, I'll just wait. I'll let other people do it. Don't be that person. Take action. Take control of your life. And kind of the stream. Aussie. Legend. 3 more. Mobin. Raimi. Legend, we need 1 more. Who's going to be number 12? Mobin, can't be you twice. I appreciate you though. I like the effort. We need 1 more to get started. Hold on. I want to see 1 more emoji. I've left the fridge door open. Let me go. Not let me go. You know what I mean. Dennis, coming in clutch. And Young Word. And Dumb. Bam. Sick. Let's get started. Thank you. All right. So what I might do is knock these back. Golden Lotus. We're late. We're late to the emoji party. All right, knock them back. And let's see if we can... I like to get the look of the faces. At least to some level of goodness. I don't know. I lost my words there. Good luck, everybody. So with this, with the profile view, can be tricky. And oftentimes his jaw is going to be, because his mouth's going to be slightly open. We want to make sure it's not just going straight up and down. Mobin. Yeah, I should probably be clearer with it. Now there's some things wrong with this already. That's okay. That was a little bit too close. So his whole shoulder is going to be going backwards there. All right, so maybe his shoulder is about here. His arm, sorry, is going to be backwards. This arm about there, maybe. Now his buddy Harry High Pants. This is really tricky. I'm not gonna lie. This is freaking a challenge, that's for sure. See, I'm making adjustments where they're needed. I'm not sticking to the, whatever you call it, the underdrawing that I did. So his center of gravity is going to be about here. So looking a bit odd. So if we want to find the center line, that's going to help us out a little bit. Shit, we only got a minute left. $13 seconds. All right. I'm going to pick up the pace with these now. Not going to worry about the emojis. I'm just going to let you know when I'm going. And then hopefully you're ready. So we've got a little bit more sort of structure there. Excuse me. Especially with the sort of knees and that kind of stuff. Right, that foot's pointing back in space there. This foot, I'm not entirely sure where that's going. All right. So now we've got to draw her. Maybe her leaning back isn't the right way to go. Maybe she's got to be more forward, but her arms straight out. So they kind of, it's like a nicer composition. The desk one I think was 15 minutes, thumb guns. Super, welcome, my friend. Okay. So, another 10 minutes on the clock. All right. I'll give you another moment to prepare. Ah, Chalk, what's going on, man? Chalkboard guy. Duncan? If memory serves me. Great to have you. I might be completely off with the name. My apologies. Ah, beautiful. How's that? Okay. All right, I just need 3 emojis. Let's go. Let's keep the habit. 3 of them, and then we're off. Okay? 3 emojis from 3 separate people, and then we're going. I just want to... Nightwolf legend. Dumb, thank you. And Travis, let's go. Gonna pick up the pace. All right, now let's think about... So he's sort of, I think maybe he's like pulling her back in from being away. Or this is how I want it to be. So her hand is going to be here. Maybe I'll do her on a separate layer. Could be helpful. So that arm would be more around there, going back in space. I've kind of just got to forget, well not forget, but I'm just going to massacre this underdrawing. Move it around, completely ignore some of it. So maybe they're both looking at each other more like this. And maybe they are. It's more of a profile for her. But we can, maybe it's like a 3/4 profile-y. Somewhere in between. So then if that's the case, that feels better. That like swing. That one. Catch you later, Valkyrie. Nah, I appreciate you popping in. Yeah, great to have you, Duncan. How have you been? Dennis. Nice one. This thing, where's this nose going to be? So this is feeling more like he's pulling her back in, but then this arm could be like out. There, maybe it still looks a little off, but that's fine. We can work with that. So maybe this foot is facing us. And that leg, if we think about it just as a cylinder, sort of coming towards us a little bit as well. Four minutes. There were the eyes. You got to think about that perspective. How they're going back in space. They're not like on a flat board. Three minutes. 59 seconds. Hmm. 13. All right, stop it. Now, she's looking a bit wonky. And I think I know why. I'm just going to do some surgery while I chat. Her head was a little bit too far forward there. And I'd like to... Yeah, I'm cheating. What are you going to do about it? I want her foot to be facing us. All right. How do we go? Mr. T, thank you. All good at home at the moment after a mural-related work accident. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you hurt your back after they gave you all the money from doing the mural. I hope that's the accident. It'll be funny to turn them into zombies. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Ishan, I have a doubt. All right, tell me about it. As I'm a 13-year-old artist who does both 3D and 2D art, would you suggest a screen tablet or a normal one? I'm just working on a normal one. Whatever works within your budget. And then maybe you can work up to a screen tablet. But I don't use mine as a screen tablet. Mateom, am I working towards a specific goal outside of overall improvement? Yeah, so yeah, you got the overall improvement, of course. But for me, I want to add more story into my characters and illustrations, kind of in preparation for doing some animation, which is sort of a little bit of a larger goal of mine. Excuse me. So yeah, this is a part of sort of doing these two people in a scene instead of just like a bust of a character's face, you know. All right. 3 more emojis. Let's go. This time I'm going to do 15 minutes because I want to clean up her and him. Like, this is a little bit messy in here. So what I'm going to do, I've got these two on separate layers. Right? Oh, already there. You guys, 3 is way too easy. But I'm going to merge them down. And just work on the one. All right. But on the plus side, you do get to catch a stream once again. That's true. That's silver linings. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Good luck to you. I might even start off with some surgery. Now let's look. This arm and hand just looks weird. There needs to be some. Yeah, it's not long enough, I don't think. I might even, just for my sanity, think about the anatomy underneath here. Right, so the neck, so the head's here, the neck, I think, would connect there. Now I'm thinking way more structurally now. Right, so there's going to be like a center line running. Let's say that her clavicle is going to be there. Then we can say, okay, a rib cage and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be sort of tucked in there. So maybe, yeah, she might be twisted a little bit towards us, just for a bit of interest. I need to do some more anatomy study. I haven't done much as of late. So imagine the shoulder. Even on these cartoony characters, right? There's anatomy going on all the time. April Moopas. Oh, sorry, April Moops. Good morning. I appreciate you. So maybe... So there's going to be that sort of pinch or that squash. Yeah, something just, I think. Maybe your head's too big. Just trying to find the proportions here. So if this is the case, then a sort of pelvis. Let's find that center line. Center line. Bup, bup. So then the leg might be coming from here. But you notice this like stiffens it up quite a lot, so we've got to be careful of that. Now here we go. How's that for a bloody song choice? Very fitting. Something's off. Something is off, but that's all right. Hmm. Yeah, it looks so stiff. Not. Something is wrong. Something is way wrong. Catch you later, Dylan. And that's the first part of it, right? Is seeing that something is off. So if we logically look at where the clavicle is, then this arm might be up a little bit higher. Denise, hello. No, she's not looking in the right spot. One minute. Something. I think her torso might be too small. He looks fine. I'm happy with him. This lady, on the other hand, not so much. All right, stop. As much as I want to keep going. Duncan is still absolutely loving the filthy plug-in. Awesome. Ah, beautiful. Ah, that's awesome to hear. Thank you, Denise. Ishan, check the description. All right. Whoa, where'd it go? All right. I think the time sessions are over. I think I'm just going to keep going with this. All right. So everyone feel free to do your thing. And I'm just going to keep noodling. For let's say maybe, what, another half hour, I reckon. Barbered Rotten, your eye for expressions is truly something, especially in such a short span of time. I appreciate it. Thank you. right, so I'm just going to keep going. Maybe this needs to be back a smidge. That feels a bit better. Just a little bit more balanced. The center of gravity makes a bit more sense. Yeah, I don't think we'll get to color on these ones today. I underestimated the challenge of 2 people in a scene. Duncan, yeah, I got that sculpt coming out soon. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show everyone. The production mold is complete. So, I don't know if you can see, but there's silicone in there. All right. I don't want to take it out because it took a little bit to get back in, but it's bloody heavy and it's ready to cast, which is going to be very exciting. Hopefully I can make it down today to get some resin and start experimenting with casting. But for those that don't know, it's the casting of this little lady here, Plain Jane. I've also been working on bases for Plain Jane. Right, so that's what's been taking up a lot of my time. But it's so fun. I want that to be a part of the business. Doing more of those, producing physical things. Started to think about prints as well, not the singer, prints as in things on bits of paper. Catch you later, Dum. Duncan, that's exciting. Yeah, certainly. Do you have a 3D printer? My parents do. So I popped over there. They've been helping me out with the bases. She's completely sort of hand sculpted, so she's not 3D printed. But the base is just for prototypes. I'm actually making it out of wood at the moment for the final casting, for the final model that I'll be casting. But for like quick prototypes and iterations, 3D print is fantastic. There's something on... Yeah, I think it was the neck here, hey. Maybe... Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to knock everything back here. Let's think. All right, dog. Let's not spam. I'll give you a warning. All right. No more warnings. Yeah, I think there's a lot to do. Paul, welcome. Melody. Travis, I don't think we'll be colouring today. Because without this foundation that I'm trying to achieve here over the next sort of half hour, we'll just be colouring on something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Tell us more about the prints. You for sure should be doing that with your following and reach that you have. Yeah, I want to launch the prints the same or similar time as the sculpt. So I'll have like a store and everything online. Just got to figure out who to go through for the prints, because I don't want to do the print on demand sort of stuff. Just because I hear the quality isn't the best. Now she looks a little bit concerned here. She's like, haha. Ishan, do I know how to get good references? Like, what do I search in Pinterest? Whatever you want to draw. For this, I just did 2 people dancing and then 2 people swing dancing. Thank you, Melody. Looking at the swipe, reference the shape in the negative space between their bodies, legs and arms. I think you could add a bit of an L shape to her lower torso hip. Yeah, the thing, when I was starting this, I wanted to have her lean back a little bit more. Those two are kind of a little bit closer together, but I get what you're saying. Ishan, there's nothing that I know of that gives you good reference. You've just literally got to put it in there, and then Pinterest will give you some options, and then you've almost got to train it to say, yes, I like this one, save it to the board, save it to the board, and then when you go back to that board later, it'll have more options for you. But yeah, this arm looks broken at the moment, so let's just remove it. So that looks okay. Now I just got to figure out. Does that feel better? Does this feel better? Does this down here with the arm back like that feel better? That feels a little bit better like that. You got to do hand studies. Got to take a lifetime. Ishan, just simplify them down. Simplify the shapes, just like anything else. Hair will add energy. True. So maybe her hair actually is going like back a little bit. Like this. As if he's pulling her back in, you know. That feels better. Thumb guns coming in clutch. Yeah, I was thinking that shady as well. Rectangles or ovals for the fingers. I like to use more angular shapes, because then you can have like a, for example, if you've got a cylinder. I like cylinders as well because I can sort of imagine them in 3D space. But if you've got this versus this, I would choose that over this all day long. Well, because you've got direction here. You've got three-dimensionality. Here, once you get better at understanding the 3D form, you can add that 3D form to this. But, and it also depends on the kind of fingers you want. You might want really rounded fingers. So there's that. Melody Love. Yeah, this has taken me quite a while to do, and I'm still learning. But one little tip, again, you can get sick of me saying it, is to simplify the shapes down. Also, look at style references of other people. How do they tackle their eyes, their noses, their hands, their bodies, torsos, that kind of thing. I should do like last week, do like a turtle here and be like, ah, like they're going to step on him. See, I'm getting a bit more dimensionality here with the hair, even showing a little bit on the other side, which is good. Yep. Yeah, now they're feeling a little bit more cohesive. Let's add the big collars here to keep the time period in check. Shoes are bloody tricky. Stuff, yes, I agree. Duncan, looking forward to seeing how things go with the prints. Yeah, me too. Print on demand is not the way to go for you. I agree. Do you have a good place in Adelaide? That's what I've got to research. If you know of any, yeah, flick them through. I mean, I'm happy to even go interstate for like quality prints. See how just tweaking this just a little bit more just brings another level to it. Have I ever gone so deep into my drawings, the old drawings, and never said to yourself, what? Hold on, I can't see. I've gone so deep into your drawings and ever said to yourself, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, all the time. I'll go into ones from like months ago. And I say, this... What the fuck? Who did this? Yeah. Definitely. I haven't watched Prime. What is Prime? Prime or animation series? No, I haven't. Haven't watched much of anything recently, which I think I should really set aside some time to set these little bits on the shoulder there to get some inspiration. I think that's actually pretty important, but it's a balance, right? You don't want to just binge 10 hours of the stuff and then be like, I'm getting reference. Thinking about streaming on YouTube, going to be my first stream ever. Any tips? Know that it's going to feel awkward. Very, very awkward in the beginning. Talking to yourself while you're drawing. It is a skill that you can learn, but it is weird to begin with. Just know that. Cool, bro. So this is sort of coming towards us, which is good. This arm. So they're almost opposite each other. So this one's coming towards us, that one's going away. That's cool. I like that dynamic between the two. Yeet. How long have I been working on this one? What do you reckon? How long have I been doing the stream for? Maybe like an hour? Something like that. This might be my little project for the week, my little cool down at the end of a day to just chip away at and colour. Oh, music stop, music stop. Where's my music? Yeah. I'm going crazy. Where's my music? Aha, here's my music. Load more. And away we go. Astic Das. How do I earn money as an illustrator? My main source of revenue is through my Gumroad. So that tutorial that I've put together. Then you've got the Filthy plugin, which I developed along with my friend Francis. Then I've got, this isn't necessarily in order of how much, but then you've got sort of workshops. Then you've got, sometimes I get paid to hop onto live streams, like the Adobe one. And soon I'll be selling prints and sculpts, and YouTube pays me a tiny bit as well. So it's all very content creator heavy. But yeah, I'm looking soon to add in that sort of actually selling my artwork, because I've never really done that before. Testing. Why? Some people say that the volume's good. Some people say it's not good. I really don't know what to do. My apologies, April Moops. Ishan. I can't really grow on social media, and I have no idea how to. Well, without seeing any of your social media, I would start to think about what value can you bring to other people, right? And don't think about, because you'll hear as you start to YouTube and Google and all that kind of stuff and learn about it, people start talking about the algorithm. There are multiple algorithms for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Stories, Reels, live streams, like everything, right? And it's kind of something that you don't have a whole lot of control of. What you do have control of is the value that you can put out, right? Now that value can come in many forms. It can be entertainment, it can be your art, it can be your personality, some insights that you found that you're sharing with others. I like to do a mixture of that, sort of like a bit of entertainment, a bit of what I'm learning, a bit of some tips here and there. All right, so and look at, again, just like with art and with learning different styles and painting and drawing and all that kind of stuff, learn from others. What's working? What's not working? All right, and really try not to let the numbers affect your mood. All right, it's something that when I started, I wish I had someone tell me that, yeah, it's going to be up and it's going to be down. So I don't really get excited either way. A post does well, fantastic, learn from it and move on. A post does bad, fantastic, learn from it and move on. Because you can, just as humans, you get, I don't know, it's a weird one. One thing that I wasn't expecting with sort of the content creation game. But it's fun, and thinking of it as a game as well can help, and has helped me greatly. Wowza. On average, how long does a fully rendered piece or project take for you? It could take a day. Anywhere from like a day, or it depends what fully rendered, right? If it's truly like a full rendered painting, it'll take a couple of days of work. And that's if everything goes to plan, which it often doesn't. I can't say I have, Duncan. I cannot say I have. I'll have to check it out. Hannah, great to have you. Thank you so much. Ishan. She needs more expression in her face. She looks just a little bit like, it's like plastered on. So let's see what we can do. It's a good dream. It's really not. What benefit, let me just ask this. What benefit would be me following you give to you? Not being a dick, just like I think there's a little bit too, I don't know, at least I've never understood, like, put it this way, if I wasn't doing this for business, like the social media stuff, I don't think I'd be on social media. Oh, you actually had a dream. Oh, okay, I get you. Oh, man. To get followed by a famous artist, you know. See, that's it. That doesn't even compute with me, like, thinking of myself as that. But I appreciate it, Ishan. Don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah. it's yeah, I don't see myself as that by any means. I mean, you're talking to me right now. I'm just a dude in Adelaide sitting in his office. Social media doesn't benefit everyone who does art for a living. Social media doesn't benefit everyone who does art for... Yeah, no. But it can. It's a... Like, I find it fun. Like, I've learnt to love it. Like, the sharing and the whole game of it, right? But it's like a marketing... Like, it's an acquisition channel as well, and getting your name out there and that kind of thing. Without it, right, I wouldn't be doing this full time. I wouldn't be able to spend the time that I do putting posts together, video editing, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, yeah, right. I just see it how it is. It's Travis, or even just friend back on Discord. See, that's the thing. I didn't even know you could friend, like, where that Discord, I'm really, really shit at. So don't take any of that personally. Like, really, I'm really shit at Discord. I want to get better, but... Okay, I think maybe this knee is a little bit... Camilla, thank you for the references. I enjoy so much watching you draw. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Camilla. Yeah, Duncan. No, it's for you personally. I don't get anything from it and don't get any work from there. That's fair. You should just do art for yourself first and foremost, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, put it this way. I was doing not really sharing anything with anyone except for friends and family for the first, 27 years of my life, 28 years of my life. Maybe a post here and there, but this I would be doing regardless. Trying to get better, having fun with it, you know, staying up way later than I should. Because once you make the stuff that you do, there is something to keep in mind, is if you start to make something that you would do anyway for a living, you've got to think about it a little bit differently. You can't let, like, oh, I don't feel like drawing today, or I don't feel like whatever. That kind of doesn't fly when your livelihood is sort of attached to it, if that makes sense. Not saying not to take breaks and all that sort of stuff, but you just got to tackle it a little bit differently. There's a rumor that I'll be teaching a course or a guest lecture. Any truth? Where did you hear this, Ray? I'd be interested to know. And I can confirm or deny. No, that's a tangent. Yeah, that leg's feeling a little bit better, that angle there, because that swoops up in line with the other one. In reality, it should probably be a little bit further over. Is there in a Discord chat room? As in, that's where I'll be doing it. Or was this a particular Discord chat room that it was talked about? I'm curious. Because off the top of my head, I don't think so. Unless I've said, yeah, I don't know. Not opposed to it. But I am working on top of everything else. That's where you read it. Oh, okay. Do you know who it was for, potentially? Yeah, this is a very long upper leg. So I think what we should do, that feels better. See, it's a lot of just pushing and pulling. Pushing and pulling things, what makes sense. Although it is foreshortened, so I don't want it to be fully like equal to here and here and here. Because we've got our socks that's going to show the foreshortening and everything. I love how Diego Lucia, or Lucia. I love how he does his knees. Let's check out Diego, right? Instagram. Artwood. Look, definitely not opposed to it. I've not met those guys before. So as at the moment, no, but if they want to reach out, yeah, I'm down. Let's find Diego or Diluk. There we go. There is how he does his like this. Mwah. Just like the joints and everything, because that gives direction. It's beautiful. And this helps. Let's find the knee. The knee is a really good one. The knee here. Like how he sort of structures the knee, having that flat plane on top, and then you add the cap. So I'm going to try and do that here. Even though this is more like cartoony, right? Let's see if we can get to get the angle. Excuse me. The angle of that knee. All right, and you got the cap of the knee there. Same deal here. And then you can erase that. It's just a nice little helper, you know. Because this is going to be sort of coming down there. Yeah, that helps. Thank you, Diluk. Duncan, that collab video I dropped recently was ace as well. That was a lot of fun. That was really, really fun. But that's the thing, even like with the numbers, right? If you look at my other videos compared to that numbers-wise, it didn't do well if we're looking pure numbers. But you got to take different things into account as well, right? With different types of content. That was more or less like a podcast, right? Whereas my others were like standalone YouTube videos about a specific topic. So it's like, I had fun doing it, so it was worth doing it. And I like Ben Polygon. So it was like a win overall. Like it was a net positive. But someone that's not used to socials and that kind of stuff and posting videos, it's like, oh no, the video didn't do it. And the cool thing about the YouTube algorithm as well, it's not like on a channel basis anymore. It's really like on a piece of content by piece of content like how good is that piece of content, is like, or how good or how interesting it is to people, is how well it's going to do, as well as the packaging. So it's, yeah. But no, I appreciate it, man. It was a lot of fun. I'd love to do another one. I want to see if you can teach me like ZBrush or something. Hannah, I like the mental image of people gossiping about Ben lectures. Oh, that's funny. I appreciate you, Alan. Barbered Rotten, thank you very much. Let's get this shoe feeling. Or are you saying that's amazing with Diego? Diluk. I would concur. I don't know if you hear that. It's my stomach rumbling. Both. I appreciate it, yeah. Yeah, this is cool. I like. How much? I like the chill vibe of today's stream. Sorting out or trying to slowly go through and fix problems. She's still a bit static though. That's the only issue. Maybe that's a me problem to sort out at a later date. Maybe we actually have the leg touching his other leg there, so there's like a bit of a shadow, so it's sort of, that crossover isn't as ambiguous. And then eventually we can throw let's have a look here. A little bit of shadow. Just going to bring a bit more something. Nah, that was a weird shadow shape. Let's just do it simple. Yeah. Yep, this definitely needs some work. What I think would be cool maybe is if I do like a version like this, but then a version where I love doing this. Going through and like finding the skull. And like the skeleton and anatomy and that kind of thing. That could be cool. For like a post maybe. So then you got the, yeah, you got the neck, you got the rib cage. That could be fun for like Halloween. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll just do the indication of that. Then you got the clavicle here. And the clavicle sort of poking here. And that's going to be the ball and socket of this bone here. That's going to come down to the scapula. The scapula. You got the pelvis. The greater trochanter. And these are just things I've memorized just from doing them a lot. It probably isn't 100% correct, but you get it. There's a joint there, and there's what's that going to be? So that'll be something like this. I don't know. There. This needs some more dimension. This is going to come. This almost has like a little bit of a bow, like this bone sort of bows in a little bit. But yeah, anyway, you get the idea. I reckon that'll be fun to actually take some time and do something like that. This for sure is a hard task you have set yourself, seeing as you're changing the pose and there are two figures, but it's great seeing your thinking and decision making in real time. I appreciate it, Duncan. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Very, very tricky. Hannah, love the idea of dancing skeletons. Very cool, yeah. I had to draw the whole person first before getting to the skeletons, but that's all right. I could even just like simplify the bones here because I couldn't be bothered doing all the little foot bones. So we'll just do that. that looks janky, but that's fine. And here I could even start seeing where things are going wrong. Like this pelvis, maybe it's not tilted enough. Maybe it's like maybe this rib cage isn't as sort of crunchy as it could be. Like having that sort of tilt in, you know, like, whoop. Who knows? Who knows? I could spend another many hours playing with this. I need someone to take the pen out of my hand to stop me. Because I just keep saying, error, fix this, error, fix this. We can even make the skeleton look a little bit cuter. Like just with the eye. Eyes, almost looks like the skeleton smiling. But I don't like that, so we're going to go back to normal. Alex Bing, hey Ben, what do you think are some of the best ways to keep gesture and structure in balance and not allowing one to overpower another? For me, it's iteration. Like you might have noticed, I don't know how long you've been around for on stream, but where we got to here, right? I'm on this view. Yeah, give you a bit more room. So where we got to here versus where we started, this guy was very motiony. Like I haven't struggled with this guy at all. Her, I struggled a lot with. She was very stiff here. So a lot of it is just iteration, right? Thinking about, okay, where does it look stiff? It looked a little bit stiff in this pose. It was like a little bit mechanical. So then I sort of went back in and tried to make that feel a little bit better, and then kept iterating over the top there. And then it's really just slowly tweaking back and forth, and then I'll do things like this, right? So if I like this arm, if I wanted to make this look really stiff, I would just go here, 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 here. You know what I mean? So that looks like a very like stiff kind of arm. What I want to do is I want to add in maybe like a little bit of a curve to that, right? So this is kind of that gestural shape, but I want to couple that gestural shape with 3D in structure, which is what's happening here. So I'm still thinking about that arm as a 3D object that's overlapping this sort of upper arm, right? But I've coupled it with this sort of just swing kind of thing of the arm. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And that's just one example. There's millions and millions of other examples and different ways of, or that I will think about it, that I will think about that. No worries, Alex. Osvaldo. Hey man, always watch your videos, but it's kind of bedtime when I start your stream. Oh man, that sucks. I'm working in VFX animation on a VFX animation portfolio. Any advice? From a portfolio standpoint, I don't know. I don't have any advice to give you, particularly with VFX. All I can say is what I would do is I would tailor my portfolio to the person or place or studio that you're going for, right? Do your best to sort of make it a no-brainer for them. That's how I would tackle it, but I've never done that myself. Any work that I've sort of gotten has literally just been through Instagram. And I wasn't targeting any particular sort of studio or anything like that. So my apologies for not being not giving you much to work with, but good luck though, putting that portfolio together. Would you like to do something related to the Mexican tradition? Yeah, potentially. Potentially, not opposed to it by any means. So now our hair looks a little bit springy just with these little whoop whoop things. All right. I think that kind of wraps up. No worries, Osvaldo. That wraps up the... So you can be like, Halloween. Not Halloween. Halloween. Not Halloween. So even her hips here, it's kind of going outside the bounds of what I had here. But anyway, let me try something. Cool. That's cool. Then add some like muscles over the top. Yeah, I got some ideas. Tiago, yeah, check out the plugins panel and it should show up there. So the plugins panel, after you restart Photoshop, it should show up there. If you do have any issues, flick us an email and I should be able to get back to you. If you send me through a message through Instagram, sometimes it goes to my requesteds and I'll just miss that. But you can find my email on my website or in Linktree as well. So cool, guys. I appreciate it, Alex. So this is where we got to. We had some fun doing some more stylized. I like this chicken one. I kind of want to paint this guy. That'll be fun. But I've saved it, stream 31. I might even like figure out a way to share these Photoshop files so you guys can just pull them apart and practice on top of them. I don't know. I don't know if that would be beneficial at all. But yeah. That is it. Business time, but quickly before we go. Gumroad tutorial, beneblin.com. You can find that, beneblin.com/tutorial. You can find that in the description. It's 8 hours. It's 10 chapters. It's plus a 40-page PDF field guide, and you get 3D models that are modeled up so you can sort of study from as well. And you get the Blender files. So if you have Blender, crack open Blender, you can move them around. Go check that out. Filthy plugin. Available, links in the description. You can do stuff like this. Whoops. Get a new layer. You can do stuff like this. Bam. Wow. Boom. Quick tip. If you're in newer versions of Photoshop, I like to remove the contextual taskbar so it doesn't show up every time. And then you can just go bam, bam, bam. Bada bing, Bada boom. Why it's not a feature in Photoshop already, I don't know. That's why we made the plugin. Podcast. Make now, think later. On my website, you can find it there. You can find it anywhere you get podcasts. It's me and my friend Francis. We talk about content creation, real numbers, the business behind stuff, what our plans are, how we're doing each sort of fortnight, or we haven't done one we did one last week. It's more fortnightly at the moment. But yeah, going into the insights of how we're navigating the content game, which is a lot of fun. And I think that's it. Look out for all my stuff, Instagram, YouTube, you know where to find me, you smart people. Look out for sculpts and prints coming out soon. Ideally before Christmas. So at least the pre-orders for the sculpts as well. So I'll have an emailing list and that kind of stuff. Join that mailing list on my website if you do want to be notified about that. And I think that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure as always. This was a lot of fun. I hope you got something out of it. And yeah. What have we got in chat? Catch you later, Tiago, Travis, Duncan, Chady, Ozzy, Hannah. Appreciate you. And I'll catch you in the next one.